What's going on, guys? Click on the Gents back with another Genesys deck profile. And today we have
Pumpkins with a lot of zombie slop.
Zombie Slop. Gotcha. Okay, let's get into it.
Alright, so the main starter of the deck, we got the Pumpking. Oh.
Right there.
He's a good boy. Basically lets you, in hand, you can reveal him, set a Call the Haunted from deck or grave, discard a card, and then that Call the Haunted can be activated that turn. On special, he summons basically any level 6 zombie from deck, except a zombie with his attack. So basically himself or the original Pumpkin. It's kind of funny they can't use the original Pumpkin. Yeah, he's the main starter. For sure. He gets you basically a free rank 6. We do 3 Snake Hair. Snake Hair can discard to search for a Call the Haunted or a spell trap that mentions it. On special summon, she can target an attack position monster and basically just literally stun it. Can't be used as materials, effects are negated, and it can't attack permanently.
Yeah,
really
good card.
Really good. For the other next 6, we got Qingxi. So Qingxi is like the main level 6 you summon off Pumpkin. She's from Dimension Force, which actually had quite a bit of zombie support in that I never really even took a second look at until building this deck. So she's just an ignition effect to dump a zombie from deck. Awesome. When she's banished, you can banish another zombie from grave to summon her back. And then if she would leave the field, she goes to the bottom of the deck. Really good. So there's a lot of cards in here that want to be banished, so there's a lot of combos you can do with her getting banished and whatnot. And then I played the last 2 level 6 of the Pumpking archetype. I play Army of the Haunted. So basically, if you control Haunted, you can just summon him from hand or grave for free. If he's sent to the grave from by any means, you can send the Call the Haunted from your grave back. And then we got Mammoth. Mammoth is basically a free interruption. If you special summon him and you control, I think it's a zombie and Call the Haunted. Or just, sorry, one or the other. If you control one or the other, you can pop a card on the field. And then if he's used as XYZ material, he gives that, for an XYZ material for a zombie, he gives that XYZ 1,000 attack. So he's just basically someone you usually summon off Pumpkin or Call the Haunted to get a free pop. So he's just there. Now for the more interesting part of the deck, the zombie slop begins. This is like my boy from back in the day. So I play 3 Shiranui Solitaire. Basically, he is a Lone Fire Blossom. He tributes himself or another zombie to special summon a zombie tuner from deck with 0 defense, which is pretty much all of them. And then if he's banished, you can target a banished Shiranui zombie and summon it back. Yeah, which is sometimes it actually comes up now. Didn't usually back in the day, but I play some more Shiranui, so it does. My next main normal summon of the deck is Shiranui Squire. So Squire on normal summon can special summon a Shiranui Spectral Sword monster, which is basically the tuners of the Shiranui archetype, from hand or deck. And then if she's banished, you can activate her to draw 1, discard 1. So that kind of helps. The main... I only play one of this guy, but he has a really just all-around good effect. So on field, he's an ignition, dump a zombie, just like the Qingxi, really cool. But his really nice effect is when he's sent to the grave from anywhere, you can banish another zombie from your grave to special summon a zombie from your hand. So that triggers ones that were banished, and then also helps get zombies out of your hand. So this guy is just a really good extender. And then the best zombie extender node into the game, and I mostly built this deck because I wanted to play 3 of these boys, as I just love Mizuki. We play 3 Mizuki. So basically easy enough. He just banishes himself to target another zombie and special summon it back. And usually in the combos, you go through at least 2, sometimes all 3. The main summon off Shiranui Solitaire, which is my boy. He's also a decent normal summon, but not as good as just normal summoning Solitaire, is Unazombie. So Unazombie has 2 effects. You can basically target a monster on the field, discard a card, and then raise that monster's level by 1. His better effect is you can target a monster on the field, send a zombie from deck to grave, and then raise that level by 1. So usually the thing is you summon this guy off Solitaire, and you can dump a Mizuki. Mizuki bring back the Solitaire. Now that he's level 4, you make a Synchro 8. That was the crazy play back in the day. Still pretty decent. We can show some combos out with him, and then the rest are all just tuners. So we play the 1 Plague Spreader. He's the OG zombie tuner, so you gotta play him. One more, his upgraded version is Shinobi Necro. So Shinobi Necro, when he's banished, he can special summon himself back, which is, like I said, with all the banishing that's going on, that's really useful. If a monster, I think it's a zombie monster, someone from the grave while he's on the field, you can draw 1, discard 1. So all good things going on there. Glow Up Bloom. We play him mostly because if we want to see Pumpking. So when he's sent to the grave by any means, you can banish him to search for a 5 or higher zombie. If you have zombie roll, you can summon it instead, but I don't play zombie roll. So we're just trying to get to Pumpking. So basically you can send this off of like Gozuki, Shang-Chi. It's usually off like Una Zombie is the main way. So you go like Solitaire, go to Una Zombie, send this to get to Pumpking. Because all roads lead to Pumpking.
Pumpkins.
And then these are the Spectral Sword tuners. So they're both pretty decent in their own way. So Spectral Sword, the original Shiranui Spectral Sword, he doesn't really have any effect on the field that I recall. But if he's in your grave, he has like a Vayu type effect. Not the same turn he's sent to the grave. So he's kind of a more of a follow-up card. / one that you just usually summon off the Squire to go for a Synchro 6. But he has a Vayu effect where you can banish him and another zombie from your grave to perform a Synchro Summon. Which is actually really good because then it triggers like banish sheet effects and whatnot. And then this guy is actually a kind of cool extender. So he, on the field, can tribute himself to target 2 of your banished zombies. One at least has to be a Shiranui, and special summon them both in defense with their effects negated. So that's like a real cool extender. And yeah, they're both tuners. Cool. That is the monsters. Moving on to spells.
All monsters.
Yeah, all right, all monsters. We play 3 Call the Forgotten. This is the field spell of the deck that like reads like the most craziest card known to man. On activation, it lets you set up to 3 Call the Haunteds from deck or grave. That's just bizarre. And then it has an interruption effect. If a Call the Haunted is activated, you can target a face-up monster they have and send it to the grave. This does lock you into zombies for 2 turns from all areas, so that kind of stinks. Whereas Pumpking, if you use his effect to special summon, he only locks you to zombies from hand and grave for the rest of the turn. So you can do, for the most part, this deck is all zombies anyways. There's only like 1 card I think I play that isn't, so I don't really care if I get fully locked, but sometimes it's nice to know. The main road of the deck is Ectoplasm. So Ectoplasm, if you control no monsters, you can basically search a level 6 zombie or the field spell. So usually this is like you get Snake Hair, will get you this will get you Pumpkin, kind of dealio. As a follow-up card, if you have Call the Haunted that are just chilling, you can activate its other effect, you have to control at least the 1 zombie. Give all your zombies 400 attack, and then draw 1 for each of your Call the Haunted. So kind of cute.
Cool.
Kind of cool. And then for one of the extenders of the deck that I really like is Curse of the Ancient Turtle. So you, on activation, you can banish a zombie from hand or grave to dump another zombie. So that triggers like the banish effects, and then you just send another zombie. So there's just a lot of cool interactions when you can do with that. And I can show in the combo video.
Like glow up bloom kind of shit.
Yeah, you can send up glow up bloom if you need to. And then in the graveyard, it has the Pyramid Turtle effect, where if one of your zombies is killed by battle, you can banish it to summon a zombie with 2,000 less defense from your deck. So it is dual good. And then this card I'm trying out is Hand Destruction. This card's always kind of been like a weird card because it's like, it reads like it could be good, but it's also just a -1 at the end of the day. But this is a deck where like we're just trying to put cards into our grave, and sometimes you just draw too many zombies in your hand, and you need a way to get them out of your hand. And this is the 0-point option that I came up with, basically. And you can do it in the draw phase if you're trying to play around roll or something. So there's that. Only downside is your opponent has to have at least 2 cards to send as well, and you send 2 first and then draw 2. So it's like, if both players don't have at least 2 cards in their hand, you can't even activate this. So there's a lot of downsides to this card. Like I said, we're just trying it out. But it's free is the thing, is because like card destruction I think is like 40 points. Dark World Dealing is like 5 points. Graceful Charity is like 40 points. So it's like you gotta.
It's your only option,
it's
really.
my only option, really. So we're trying it. Well, if we hate it, we'll take it out. Another like just crazy card for this deck. So this deck has a problem with clogging the field when you want to summon more guys back with the Call the Haunteds. So I play Droplet. Also, if they're just breaking boards. I wish I could play more, but due to the pointage of one of the cards in the extra deck, it makes it really tough to play 3 Droplet. So I'm just playing 2. So that's my first pointed card that you've seen so far, which is crazy. Everything else I've shown you, all free. And then for the traps, I play the 3 Call the Haunteds. Sucks to draw, but it's just too crazy not to play all 3, so you just have to.
Fair enough.
And then the last trap I play is Deadly Zombie Breath. So this one basically it's mentioned Call the Haunted, so it's searchable with like the Snake Hair. And this guy can basically on the field, if you activate it as a set card, you can target a face-up monster they have and send to the grave. In the graveyard, you can basically target a zombie and face-up monster they have and send both to the grave. So it has dual action effects. You go do one or the other. So, but I think it's like really cool because if you mill it, you still have that interruption. All right, to the extra deck. For a nice whopping 50 points, I play Pilgrim Reaper.
Thanks, Tier.
Yeah. He is the main guy that you make after using the Pumpking and summon Changshi. He makes both players mill 5. And he's a zombie, so he just has all great synergy. And the mill 5 just is what really just floods the graveyard and lets you just kind of just go off. It's kind of the fun of it, because like your mills can sometimes depend on how far you go. But I think that sometimes it makes for more fun gameplay. My other only rank 6 I play is just the Pumpking of the Great Ghost King. On summon, he actually I think it's even just special summon, not even just XYZ summon. Yeah, just special summon. So he searches a card that mentions Call the Haunted, which is pretty big. Or Call the Haunted itself.
Pretty much anything. And
then on the field, if you have Call the Haunted face up, he gives all your zombies targeting protection, which is kind of cute. And so you can take one of these rank 6s and plop a rank 7 the Undying Legion on him. I play 2 just for the grind game. I think this deck sometimes is trying to grind. And he's kind of cool. So he only has really one effect. He can go on top of a rank 6 XYZ. Yeah, rank 6 zombie XYZ. And then he only has an effect that only is activatable on the opponent's turn. You can target a attack position monster they control or a monster in their grave and detach 2 from this guy, or only 1 if it's all his materials or XYZ. And then and attaches material. So he's a cool interruption. And that's it for XYZs. Now for the slop part of it, we play synchros. So I play, for the 6s, I play 1 Shiranui's Samurai Saga. He has a cute effect where you can target a banished zombie and then shuffle it back and then switch all your opponent's monsters with less attack than that to defense position. So that's a nice little recycle effect. And if he's banished, I think he boosts something or something like that, or makes the monster lose attack.
Something like that.
He uses a level 6 to go into. That's not this guy. This guy is just ultimately the better one. Immortal Dragon. So Immortal Dragon is an ignition effect. You can just dump any zombie from deck to grave, basically. And then his level becomes the difference of it. So he can't send a level 6. So you're generally sending you're sending a 4 or 2. You can send Glow Up Bloom and make him a level 5, which is a little weird. But then you can use Unazombie to get him back to 6 at least, so it's a little better number. And then in the graveyard, if one of your zombies is killed by battle, he can summon himself back. So he's relevant. There's a lot of ways to send zombies in this deck, and we love it. I play this as my only rank 7 option. It's Shiranui Squire. Saga. Yeah, Squire Saga. I have legit yet to summon this yet. Basically, just have an ignition effect. You can banish a monster from your grave. I think it's be a zombie monster. Banish 1. Face up monster control or in your grave. So any monster. And then based on the banished monster's stats or types or whatever, it does certain things. So basically, if you banish a zombie, you can give all your monsters 300 attack. Whoop-de-doo. If you banish a fire, you can destroy a spell and trap non-targeting. Cool. If you banish a synchro, destroy one monster on the field non-targeting. So if you banish another zombie, or Shiranui zombie synchro, basically another fire zombie synchro, you get all 3 effects. So it's cute. It's cute. It's an option. Yeah. Sometimes because of Unazombie being wacko with the levels, you just need a 7 to go into. For the 8s, we have the first one I really like is Felgrand. So, Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. When he's special summoned, you can target a monster in your opponent's field or grave and banish it. And then if another monster is special summoned from the grave, while he's on the field, you can target a monster on the field and negate its effects. So he's really good to make, and then just sink him off, get him in the grave, and then bring back on your opponent's turn to banish something and have another interruption if another monster is summoned from the grave to negate something. So very cool. The other 8 I play is also Shiranui
Shogun Saga.
Yeah, Shogun Saga. On special summon, he banishes a zombie from grave to give him attack for the turn. And then if he would be destroyed, if he is destroyed, you can target a zombie banished monster with 0 defense return to the grave. But the banished effect on summon is really nice. Helps you enable, again, effects that want to be banished. And then the only other, it's basically the only non-zombie monster I play in my whole deck, is Crystal Wing, because it's 0 points. So you can basically make one of these guys and get a level 2. It's usually going to be him and one of the level 2 tuners, and then make a Crystal Wing. Yeah. And then for the level 10s, we play Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. He has 2 effects. The one is really good. So when on your opponent's turn, you can target a zombie in your grave and just special summon it. So generally, you're summoning back. You're making Felgrand, using level 2 to sink into this, and then he's just going to bring back the Felgrand on your opponent's turn as an interruption. Very cool. And then the other 10 I play is Shiranui
Sun Saga.
Yeah, Sun Saga, he's very good. So on Synchro Summon, I think it's Synchro Summon. Shite. On Special Summon, return any number of my banished or graveyard Synchro zombies, shuffle them back, and non-target pop that many cards. And then he also has a protection effect for all zombies that if a zombie would be destroyed by battle or card effect, I can banish a Shiranui monster from the grave instead. And that part is not once per turn.
Very good.
And then I skipped over, but this is a level 9. Just because, again, levels get funky sometimes. So I play one level 9. I don't even think she really does anything other than, like... I guess she does a couple things. So if a Synchro Monster's original level is 11, which is the other Mayakashi, is destroyed by battle or opponent's card, you can summon her back. And then if she's summoned from the grave, it looks like she can pop a monster opponent controls non-targeting. So she has some uses. If like she's in the grave, you can bring her back and pop something. And then this guy has some like effect with a Link monster, so that obviously never comes up. But he has a graveyard effect when he's summoned back from the graveyard, that you can make him unaffected for the turn. So he's just a level 11, a zombie. He's like the only one that exists. He has decent stats, 3,300 attack, and then if you summon him back, you can make him unaffected. So he's cool. They're just like, I was just working with what I got until Konami prints us more. All right, moving on to the side deck. We have, I put this in for going first. It's the last Call the Haunted card that was printed for the from Maze. It's called Vortex of Time. It's a very cheeky card, but it needs a lot of setup to work, so that's why I don't main it. It's basically your opponent has to control monster to activate this technically. But if your opponent activates a spell, a quick play, I think it's like basically
normal or quick play.
Yeah, normal quick play spell or a monster effect. You can activate this. It's going to attempt to change the effect to one of these two effects. They flip a coin. Heads, they have to banish one of my monsters. So basically, as the opponent. Or tails, they have to banish all of their monsters. Either way, like obviously banishing all their monsters is just crazy. But the fact that I'm like changing their effect of like something that could be better is just crazy. So, and the requirement for this though is you have to have Call the Hunted and a zombie. So it has quite a lot of requirements to even be activated, but it's very funny and very satisfying to pull off. Okay, for going first to kind of play around hand traps, I play Drag Down to the Grave, reveal both hands. We discard one from each hand and then draw one. So a good way to get hand traps out of other hands and put zombies in my grave. Very solid. And then I side 3 Book of Eclipses. Only 3 points each. It's a decent board breaker for going second. And then I side 3 Fulos, which is the last of my pointed cards. I basically had 50 points with the Reaper, 20 more with the 2 droplets. These guys put me at 91. The Eclipses put me at 100. And then I just needed something like for going second to help just fill up my hand so I can just have as many options as possible going second to break boards. And then the kind of fun card for going second is it's a Shiranui card called Ghost Meets Girl, a Shiranui story. So basically if your opponent controls a monster, you can discard a zombie and special summon a Shiranui monster from deck. That's kind of cool. One thing I noticed is a cool interaction is if you only have, these are the only 2 cards in your hand, you can go reveal Pumpking effect, chain this, discard the Pumpking, set the special summon like Solitaire, and then Pumpking resolve, set the Call the Haunted, and then you have to discard one for Pumpking, but you don't have one, so cool. Nice little interaction. And gets you basically your combo going. Yeah, and then the last 2 cards for going first is I play 2 Shiranui style Swallows / basically an Icarus attack. You tribute a zombie and pop 2, and then you have to banish a Shiranui from deck. Which you could banish like Squire and get a draw 1, discard 1. You could banish like Solitaire and special summon 1 back. So there's some uses. If I played Spirit Master, you could banish Spirit Master and pop a face-up card, so you could potentially pop 3. Sounds pretty cool. And that is the rest of the side deck. And final thoughts. The deck's really fun. It can definitely be kind of inconsistent because sometimes it's just dependent on what you mill and what you draw. But the idea is at least is you can get to Pilgrim Reaper and mill 5, you're playing the game. Sometimes getting there is a little bit tough. DD Crow really hits the deck hard. Like if they DD Crow the Pumpking when you try to call the Haunted back, it gets really bad really fast.
Nibiru hurts as well.
Nibiru does hurt as well, but at least if you get nibbed and you at least got to play a little bit, you have the Call the Haunted as backup plan to kind of still get some interruptions going. But yeah, I think the deck's really fun. I don't think it's like super competitive, but you could definitely play the Genesys and just have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this is Clean Kind of the Gentleman signing out. There will be a combo video to go along with this to at least kind of show you what the deck can do. A lot of it is just kind of playing with what you have, so which is why it's like truly just a slop deck, but with zombies. So nice little zombie slop. Fuck Woke Up Joe and the lads, and fuck Dirty Yugi and the boys, and King Clive and the Gentleman signing out.